All right, so I'm going to be making a hot chocolate bomb today. Let me swing over here. So I bought some of these candy wafers, the milk chocolate, at Hobby Lobby. If you don't want to use that, you can go and buy the generic brand, or if you want the Toll House or whatever it is, the milk chocolate, that's what I would get. I would not get semi-sweet. I mean, if you want to try the dark chocolate, that's completely up to you. I went and bought this big giant container of hot chocolate mix, so that way, because we need a couple tablespoons of that. And then I bought some of these sweet stripes, so that way I can do a peppermint one also. And then I also am going to do a coffee hot chocolate, or a coffee bomb too. So chocolate coffee bomb, I guess that's what I could call it. I don't really know. All right, so I put some of those wafers in my bowl, and I'm just going to put it in the microwave. I've already made a couple of them. So I'm going to just put that in there for 30 seconds to get the microwave warm. And I've got a couple of different one of these. This came in a 6-pack, but I cut it down so that way it was easier for me to fit in my freezer. I found these little flower ones, and I'll show you the other two designs here in a few minutes. But I thought these were really cute, and you actually have to use like the oversized coffee cups because these are pretty large. And then at the end, I'm gonna drizzle some of those on the top. So this is completely up to what you want to do. If you want to add some white chocolate, you can, or you can just leave it chocolate. All right, so we're gonna check our consistency here, in which it's probably just started to melt a little bit. I just want to mix them up. And they're going to go back in there. I'm going to put them in there for 20 seconds because I don't want it to get too hot. And I already have some in the, I had some in the freezer. So once I get this melted and I show you how I put it in the mold, then we will jump over and pull the other ones out of the freezer. I hate having long videos, so that's why I try to pre-plan and have this ready to go. Now these are pretty wet, and they are ready to be melted. All right, I'm trying to multitask with my phone. I had to order a new battery for my camera, so I'm gonna have to multitask here. But we're just gonna, you don't wanna, like the first batch that I had made, I had got my chocolate too hot, so the inside of the bomb is not going to look so hot. Looks pretty good. All right. So then we're just going to take our, I'm actually going to raise this up. I'm going to use my cups to stack so we can have a better look at this. All right. So I'm just going to take my chocolate and I'm just going to put half in one and half in the other. Now, depending on how thick you get your chocolate, I just kind of swirl mine around and kind of see where I need to go. Because you can do 2 thin layers if you want, or you can try to do 1 thick layer. Doing 1 thick layer is a little bit harder because you have to pretty much get it just perfect, and you want to make sure, like along these sides here, that you're going to get it thick enough. See, this has a little bump in the top of here, so I have to put a little bit of extra chocolate to settle in the bottom. That looks really good. I have it to where it's covered the entire thing because I really just want to do 1 coat is what I want to do. I don't want to, because you have to put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, so I try to do just the 1 coat. This is probably way too much chocolate in here, but we'll figure it out. Too much chocolate, said no one ever. All right, I'm just gonna take my spatula here and kind of grab it down. All right, so that looks really, really good. I think I've pretty much got it coated. I am gonna coat a little bit more right there because, like I said, I want my edges to be nice and thick for when I put them together. Okay, now we're gonna take these and we're gonna pop them in our freezer for 20 minutes. All right, let me rinse my hands off real quick. I have chocolate all over myself. Okay. Now both of these were in the freezer for 20 minutes. And see, this one, my chocolate got a little bit hard, but this is the inside. Nobody really cares because they're not gonna see it. Ooh. Okay, so, and this is silicone. I really like it. It's a lot easier. If you have plastic molds, you have to be really careful, and it's just too much work. So I'm really glad that I have the silicone ones. But I got these cute flower molds and I really like them a lot. So this one's a sunflower, and see it, I mean, it kind of decorates it a little bit. It's not really a big deal. Can't see through it or anything's gonna fall out. All right, see, and that one turned out pretty good too. All right, so I'm gonna set these off to the side. So we have 2 of them. They turned out great. And then I have one more that I did. See, this was a 6-pack and I just cut them into 3 strips because it just fits in my freezer easier, because I have a, oh, I just broke that one. I have a teeny tiny freezer, so I don't have a whole lot of room. See, that just pops out like that. And I just busted that one a little bit, so we'll have to figure something out for that one. We might have to perform a little bit of surgery. But that turned out for that one. So I'm just going to take these 2 pieces, set them off to the side, and figure out how I can fix that. Maybe we'll do that one with the white chocolate so you can't see it. Okay, so those turned out really good. All right, so I'm going to set these off to the side, because what we want to do next is get them ready for our hot chocolate mix and our coffee mix. So I'm going to come over here, and I went ahead and chopped up the little Sweet Escapes. I really like these only because they melt in your mouth, and I thought, well, I don't mind the peppermint sticks, but I like these better. So I kind of figured I could try that. Okay, the next thing that you're going to want to do is just get a plate, and I'm actually just going to stick it in the microwave for like 2 minutes, just the plate, because I want to heat it up so that way I can melt the chocolate, like the rim of this chocolate, so that way when I put my stuff in there and I turn this over on top, it will melt it and bind it together pretty much. Okay, move my knife out of the way. Okay. I'll set that one off to the side. We're gonna work on this one here. All right, so we're going to open up our hot chocolate mix there. Now, if you can find like the dehydrated marshmallows, like the little ones, like when you get the packets of hot chocolate with marshmallows in it, they're just dehydrated marshmallows. They do sell those separate, so if you can find those, great. I would use those. But unfortunately, my store was all out. So I gotta use the regular marshmallows, the mini marshmallows. All right. So I have a 2 tablespoons here. So I'm just gonna get 2 tablespoons of hot chocolate mix, and I'm just gonna dump it right in there. And then I'm going to throw some marshmallows in there. Pretty good. And then I'm just gonna put some peppermint in there. Just like that. All right, now I gotta wait for my plate to get done. It's almost done. I've got about 20 seconds. I'll save that for the top. I'm gonna go ahead in my other flour. I'm actually going to make it into the vanilla. And I bought vanilla caramel, so I thought it could be chocolate vanilla caramel coffee. So we also need 2 tablespoons of that. That's what the inside of it looks like. So I'm gonna grab 2 tablespoons. It smells really good. I'm just gonna pour that right in there, like that. Okay, so that's what it says to do. I'm gonna swirl this back around here. All right, so my plate is nice and warm. So I'm actually going to set this over here, but I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna turn it over and I'm gonna swirl it to where it heats up my chocolate, and it'll leave a ring. And then you just put it right on the top of your other here, just like that. And I'm just gonna take the chocolate that is kind of left on the plate, since it's warm and burning my fingers to touch it. Hot. To where I can seal up some of these little cracks I got. Not gonna be perfect, but let's see what we can do. At least to where it's not gonna come out. Just like that. And it's not gonna come off, but it's ready to go. All right, so I am going to do the same with the this guy here. I'm gonna heat my plate up. I'm just gonna pop that right on top there. Oops. He doesn't really fit, but we're gonna make him fit. Just like that, and use this warm chocolate to bind it together here. Working out pretty good. All right, and there we go. Looks pretty good, a little flour. All right, so we made a hot chocolate one and we made a coffee one. So now I'm going to melt some white chocolate, and I'm gonna probably just put it on the leaves of the flour, so that way I can spread some of that peppermint on top. So I'm just gonna put my white chocolate in the microwave for 30 seconds. Rinse my hands off again. We're all done with that. Now, if you don't want to do the white chocolate, that's completely up to you. You can leave them just how they are. They look really cute just like this. Now, I will forewarn you that these are, with having this chocolate extra, it makes it very rich. So make sure you have a really big cup, because you're gonna need a lot of milk. Now, you can use water with it. I like to use milk when I drink these. Okay, I'm gonna put that in there another 20 seconds. But let me see here. Let me see if I can do a comparison. See, this is a regular little coffee mug, and it just doesn't really fit in there because it's pretty much the same size of it. So these are actually like an oversized coffee cup. So that is pretty melted there. I'm just gonna paint this on my leaves. My nose always runs when I do this. But I'm just gonna add a little bit onto each little leaf here. Nothing fancy schmancy. And I'm just gonna top it with some peppermint. All right. And that's it. That's my little hot chocolate bomb. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And here's our coffee bomb too that we're gonna try out. It's so cool. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up and a share and a follow. That would be awesome. I hope that you all have a blessed day. Thank you for watching.